Hello there, amigos! Recently I made 3 videos to explain everything about armor penetration we should know. Turns out, rifle with perforating mark and Senorita Tank Killer will drop our damage reduction percent down to 1 for almost all enemies in the game. We can slightly improve this number with Indentural Syringe if needed, so if my description says 100, I will mostly deal 99. Obviously we have vast crit or sneak attacks to make this number way higher, but today let's talk about body part damage multiplier. As we know, enemies have 2 ways to reduce damage we deal. First, through their damage resistance we can shrink into nothing, and second via damage multiplier. That can be different, depends on what part we are shooting at. This dude, for example, will receive only 10% of our damage outcome, and this War Machine 2000%. So it's not only about reducing damage, as you can see. Obviously I will try to check damage numbers using concentrated fire, and almost everyone will be happy to cooperate, except for this Assaultron. Actually, let's start with her, because a lot of players struggled with this Assaultron, me included. Well, in this case, don't watch her head, and the same about Protectron. Instead, shoot Assaultron's legs. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Protectron Guardian has less protected head. Honestly, I always watch their inhibitors, and never their head. Sentry has a well-protected head, but his fusion course makes him the easiest big mob to kill. Ciao ciao, puppy! By the way, if you shoot fusion cores like this, they never explode. Why Bethesda? Why? Handies, Gutsies, Gatsbys have a lot of weak points. Better to watch their inhibitors. Or thrusters?
Hello there!
Hello there! And bye bye. What am I supposed to shoot here? Antenna? Laser? Back panel? Robobrains have protected brain and nothing else is protected. So shoot where we want. And what about turrets? Well, these little Arrow Williams have inhibitors that receive only 10% of your damage. You can watch their barrels if you dare. I just run for my life. Ladies and gents, these little dudes were a real problem when I just started the game 4 years ago. No weak spots, so good luck. Now it's time for Krabby Mafia, guys. We have Mommy Crab, Puppy Crab, their children, and dude who stole their family van. I mean this dude. But since country roads are destroyed, he can't go anywhere. This dude has a weak head and very resistant van. I actually find him quite interesting to fight and totally underestimated, like my channel. But you can subscribe and make me feel useful. Hermit Hunter has a big juicy head to blow up for additional damage. The shell doesn't protect him, but his claws, yes. We have soft shell, hard shell, and God knows what else shell crabs. Don't mess around with their shells. Blow up their brains for double damage. And the same about Puppy Crab. The dude has a lot of brains in his tiny head to blow up, like 3,000 or 4,000 hit points of brain to blow up. Damn. Mommy Crab is a tank. She has only 2 zones to hit without losing damage, her small face and her legs. Basically, all crabs can be easily killed this way if you are not friendly with Watt's system. Maybe you're a heavy gunner. Level 100 Mommy has 4k hit points, so you definitely don't want to continuously hit her shell. Once again, I want to remind you that 0.25 means that your final damage will be 4 times lower. Obviously, we have few versions of Mommy, including Strangler, Scorchy, Glowy and Prime Quality Meat during Midweek. So, I'm not completely sure if body part damage multipliers are the same just for every version, but anyways, here you have them. Enough with crabs, and let's take a look at Sheepsquatch, not Imposter. This dude has well protected body covered with ballistic fiber. So shoot his legs, and that's all. Mini hogs and all humans, even those who survived, have the same story with double damage for headshot. Yeah. Obviously, if you're gonna crit, crit their heads. Puppy Hawk has the same story, well, the only difference here is the amount of hit points, and we are talking about 4000. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. Dogs, wolves, mongrels, little animals like mowrats or bloodflies take double damage for headshot as well. Some other little things have lower multipliers, but they are one shot in general, so there is no need to go in details. But since I'm talking about insects anyways, let me point out that crickets have no weak spots, so you can shoot whatever you want. Damage will be the same. And not the same for scorpions. They have well protected claws, but you can break their face with double damage. If that is not welcome, I would aim at Stinger. Actually, crippling perk card can be quite handy here. Senorita Honeybeach has weak head, and that is all. Well, almost all middle-sized animals basically has their head to get targeted, because it always has extra damage. For example, Senorita Gulper. Everything is 1 except for head. Head is 1.5. Senorita Fogcrawler has a similar story, no protected limbs, so they take description damage. But his head takes 1.25 more. Snallygaster takes 50% more damage if you shoot his head. Angler's head receive only 25% additional damage, but they love to spit on us this crap. We have even more animals that receive only additional 25% damage to their head, and nothing to other parts of their body, like Megasloth machine, or Yogi, or even me Hawky Doggy. That is crazy, but more crazy is a Radtodd with no weak spots. Shoot anything you want, because he gonna lick your face and show his honey. Senorito Deathclaw knows that honey must be well protected, so don't shoot his tail. Shoot his belly for double damage. Well, in gaming, headshot is always great and means that you are a skillful player. In Fallout 76 we deal belly shots to Deathclaws. Yeah.
DJ Billy Production.
You're here to help, right? Meet me in front of the Neapolitan when you land.
Lesser Devil has a weak brains and protected ass, so what's his head? Overgrowns are like a human type enemies, they take double damage in the head. Stop chasing me.
Welcome to the pit.
MachineGun Turret has nothing, no weak points, no hit points. Trogs are great enemies and remind me of Fallout New Vegas, 25% more damage to head, and that is all. His Appalachian colleague Wendy has the same situation. It is not hard to kill this dude, but if you can do it 25% faster, why not? Senorito Stinky Punk, Floater, has no weak body parts. Anyways, his head is visually way bigger than everything else. So, Scorched Beast, aka Batgirl, is one of the most difficult enemies to kill, because range is another damage multiplier and it goes only down. Check video in the description to know how it works. Anyhow, she has nothing better protected and a weak head. 50% more damage. Speaking of Flatwood Monster, well, I found one, but it refused to fight me and disappeared. Not fair. Anyways, I have numbers from wiki, probably we can trust them. Well, finding Mothman was even harder. I literally spent like 4 hours checking all his could-be spots at night. Did Queen of the Hunt like 20 times, I believe, but mostly during the day and nothing. At least there was no problems with Grafton Monster. This senorito has a lot of hit points, but anyways, it is always easy to kill him. Double damage is possible if you hit his blowhole. Everything else receive not multiplied damage. So once again, that's his blowhole here. Blood Devil. This senorito has the same weak spot as Deathclaw, so prepare to deal more belly shots. Actually here my firepower is 10 times stronger, otherwise it wasn't possible to get description numbers. That means the dude is tough. And finally the freaking turtle. This thing has the highest resistances in the game, so obviously I had to level up my damage outcome. Its head receives full damage we can possibly deal without crits, no sneak attacks. Everything else receive 80%. And once again headshot 100%. Well, I will try bosses in the next video or maybe a little bit later. By the way, it is very time consuming to record everything and I spent around 25 hours in total. So your likes, subs and comments will be very helpful. Basically, I'm done for today. I want to say a big thank you for watching. I will see you later. Bye bye bye. Bye bye.